breaking down the Panthers' power play to cutting a full-blown Ric Flair promo. Woo! Jonathan Zaslow is the voice of the 305.
Well, Zaz, welcome into the program. Good to talk to you again. How we doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I mean, Colin, planet Earth has been around for billions of years, and we're alive at the exact same time that the Florida Panthers are dominating the National Hockey League. What a time to be alive. How lucky are we?
Oh, my. Is that going to be a quick, if anything, at the most 5 games, but as swift of a 4-game series as you could possibly find?
Listen,
winning 10-2 and 2 in Carolina? Oh, my God.
22-4, they have outscored their opponents in the last 4 road games. Is that good, Colin? 22-4 on the road? I'm not going to sit here and tell you they're going to sweep Carolina, although if you really press me, I would tell you they're going to sweep Carolina. But we got 2 more games, all right? 2 down, 2 to go. I don't like getting ahead of myself.
Right.
But it really like I don't know if you're Carolina, how you come off of these 2 games, and especially last night, and you're getting on the plane to come down to Sunrise today for the Game 3 tomorrow night. I don't know, like, realistically, you think you got a chance?
Yeah,
like
there's no positives to take away from any of the 2 games. There's no positives.
Yeah, and the Panthers didn't even play well in Game 1. They did not, and they still won 5-2. Now, they played really well last night, all right, and they won 5-0. Bobrovsky is just a brick wall back there.
Right.
He was incredible again last night, but just it's such a small amount of big chances that the Hurricanes were even allowed last night. This is a team that shoots as much as anybody in the National Hockey League. We were midway through the second period, and the Hurricanes were stuck on 7 shots on goal for the game. Like, they're suffocating the Hurricanes this series, and I feel fantastic, obviously, about the next 2 games here.
You have to. I mean, the Carolina Panthers, this is a little different than the Capitals, who are not as great of a postseason team as people are led to believe, and the New Jersey Devils, who are one of the worst teams in the postseason thus far. This is not the run like going through the Lightning and then going through the Maple Leafs. In 7, it makes you think. You got to give the Maple Leafs a little bit of credit. You know, we're going 2-0 there, leading in Game 3, and they're the only team that has really been able to kind of draw blood from the Florida Panthers really at all this postseason.
You know, after the game last night, Taylor Hall from the Hurricanes, you know, he was asked something about, you know, what do you do moving forward? He's like, well, look, you know, they're not a perfect hockey team. You saw the Maple Leafs took them to a Game 7, so we're going to go down there and we're going to do our thing. And I'm thinking, like, all right, listen, I mean, you can make the point that the Maple Leafs took the Panthers to Game 7. I would make the point the Maple Leafs are a lot better than you. You know, like that's why the Maple Leafs took them to 7.
That's a credit to Toronto more so than it is a knock at Florida, if anything.
I mean, the first 2 games, the Maple Leafs won at home. You got outscored 10-2. They're better than you.
And I don't want you to jump too far ahead. And this is a careful conversation we got to have, but I got to ask you, because at this point, I think the next time we talk, we'll probably know who the opponent is going to be. Who would you rather see, Edmonton again, or would you rather see Dallas?
Oh man, like I'm so scared of Edmonton. I really am.
But Dallas too. Dallas is unbelievable.
Like, I'm scared of Edmonton, but Dallas is the one who's up 1-0. They got a chance tonight to go up 2-0. Both of those teams, if the Panthers were to advance to the Stanley Cup Final, I could say unequivocally, either one of those teams would be the best team that the Panthers face this postseason, easily.
Right. And for me, I agree. Edmonton, they seem to be a team on the mission. Like, they sniffed it. They had an opportunity, but they are – it seemed like they're the most, I guess, like, blood-motivated. But the Dallas, just miracle after miracle, that comeback in Game 1. There's just something to that team, especially offensively. They're great in that arena. Mm-hmm. I would say that both are going to be very dangerous opponents. Yep. And shaping up, I mean, I'm assuming Carolina's out. You don't have to say this because I know you're the Panther voice for us. But, I mean, Carolina, they're not going to be able to score. That's the problem. They just can't score with them.
Yeah, they're not getting the chances. Bobrovsky looks incredible again.
Defensively, they're all over them.
Our defense looks as good as it has all year, and with Gustav Forsling scoring the first goal of the night last night, he became the 18th different Panther to score this postseason. 18 different goal scores. That's crazy. I mean, that tells you right there, this is as deep a team you've ever seen. So you're getting it from everywhere. And, just feeling fantastic about it. Hopefully you could finish this series as quick as possible, and then hopefully the West goes very, very deep, which I would expect it to.
Jonathan Zaslow joining the program now on Theoretically Speaking, ESPN 1063. Zaz, shifting over to the NBA really quick, but lastly, when you're watching the Panthers, whether at the game at Emirates Bank Arena or you're watching it at a watch party, you're in the Zaslow family mansion, What are you drinking when you're watching the Panthers?
I mean, you know the answer to this, all right? Let me tell you a little bit about Yingling. We're drinking Yingling, America's oldest brewery and a proud sponsor of the Florida Panthers. Yingling Traditional Lager, a beer that, like true legends, stands the test of time, brewed by the same family for nearly 200 years, so you know they know what they're doing. It's a crisp lager with a bold, smooth taste that is perfect for game day, so whether you're cheering from the stands in the arena or you're watching from your favorite bar, or you're in the Zaslow mansion, Yingling is the taste of tradition. Yingling, legends stand the test of time.
Now, Zaz, NBA, Oklahoma City is up 2-0. It sounds like that they're just like the slow steamroll. You're just kind of waiting for it to be done. But let's talk about that Knicks-Pacers series. We got game 2 of that tonight coming about at MSG. One of the biggest collapses. I got to give a lot of credit to Indiana there because they almost just took that game from their hands. But the Knicks still not being able to close a game, as bad of a loss as you could find. What is your perspective here on what we're going to see from these two teams? Is it going to be OKC, Indiana? Do you still have confidence in the Knicks? Where do you stand right now?
So I picked OKC, New York.
Right.
And I like New York in 7 games, so I don't like the idea of seeing one game and then changing my mind, especially because, all right, if the Knicks are going to win in 7, they can't do that without losing 3 times. So, all right, that could be one of those losses. But the place where I have a little bit of doubt now is, all right, the Knicks essentially won that game. Like they had the game won, and they gave it away in the last 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So I'm essentially asking the Knicks now to win 5 games this series. And I didn't have them winning 5 games this series. I had them winning 4 games. And the games that the Pacers are going to win, I didn't think one of them was going to be because of this historic meltdown by the Knicks. So that's where it gives me a little bit of pause, where I feel like we're going to look back at this series like, man, that game won. That was it. You can't, in the Eastern Conference Finals, you can't lose a game like that. It's okay if you lose a game because the other team was better that night. But losing the game like that, you can't possibly count on that. So I'm not going to change my pick now after one game.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
That's silly, but I have a little bit of pause now with the way that they lost that game.
Yeah, I'm on the I didn't take the Knicks from the get-go. I thought the Pacers would beat them. But, I mean, after that type of game, I don't know. They got too much. People think the Magic's in New York. The Magic's in Indiana. They've done this now to 3 teams coming back late in some dramatic fashion and a type of comeback that no team has ever done in the postseason. They've done it with 3 different teams in 3 different rounds in one postseason. They're unbelievably clutch, and they come at you in waves. So that Indiana's just, they're a pesky bunch. You almost think that they're just going to fly under the radar until the last possible moment.
They're really good.
And but for the Knicks, that loss, in terms of invigorating, you're going to learn everything you need to know about